didn't kill himself. Yeah. It was probably better when he switched to public sector, right? Yeah.
Okay, stream's going.
Okay, okay, 6:30, call the meeting to order of the Harvard Tree Board of meeting of February 5th, 2025. We have a full complement of tree board members here. Joel, Janet, Jay, Shawn, Shannon, and Lisa. So we got 3 J's and 2 S's. Okay, sorry. My simple brain. Okay, so public comment, no public, so no comments. We motion to approve the minutes of the November 6th tree board meeting.
Read through them.
Did folks have a chance to look at those before the meeting? Okay, any comments, questions?
There's any further comment on
Right, yes, yes. That could be the Arbor Day, but yes. Okay. Okay. So, motion to approve? Second? You, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, minutes passed. So item number 4 is discussion of tree planting bid process and timing. And I believe that this spring, when we know how much money is going to be left, right, in the tree budget, that we usually do get quotes for a fall planting. Okay. So I'm just wondering if we should be opening that up to other nurseries to have the opportunity to bid on that. And certainly seems like with our new tree list of trees that we should be specifying, giving him a list of what species we want. Okay. 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 But I think, from year to year, in particular, once we have the tree inventory information, there may be some species that we don't want planted, even though they're on the list, that we don't want to be planting them because we have so many. Yeah.
It's also the
Yeah.
inventory area.
Lots of maples and locust, honey locust. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the current cost? That's the price of buying.
So is that a good
That
price?
makes sense.
Okay.
You're getting the
Okay.
That's why we've always used them, because it's been relatively cost effective for the city.
Okay. Yeah, maybe when we have, assuming that at some point we get to a point where we can plant more, have greater volume planted. Because about how much do you estimate will be available this year? Yeah. Oh,
You can't
Yeah.
do spares replacements or,
wow. Can we just like weld like a barrel or something on the? I know. Yeah.
well, you could just duct tape the guy to the end of the boom, like Superman, but
Okay.
because you said it had proprietary mounting system, but you're not using a standardized mounting system.
Right. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Any other questions about that? No.
It's more of, they have our selection.
Yeah.
That's the route.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with location, have local access to trees. And good for that.
Yeah. And so for, I mean, I'm just curious, so for a nursery like that, what do you think would be a minimum guarantee each year that they would? Okay. Yeah.
I know that there's a consortium across the Chicago.
Yeah.
Where different communities guarantee that nurseries have a certain number of trees
Okay.
sold. And it's not access to. We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Okay. Item number 5, is there an update on the tree inventory project that Davy's going to do? Oh, well, okay, it's 5 and 6.
No. DRG, we know who they are, but they.
Yeah, that section is what took the meeting notes from last week from a couple pages to 22. And a website.
Proposal from the inventory and
Okay.
right now there's a question.
Yeah, it was like 18 something.
Yeah, assuming it's but that's this money will be coming out of the next fiscal year's budget. So we have $25,000
Okay. Okay.
So this is what I need this body.
Right. Start next year. Right.
Well, it looked like they do it for a lot of villages. So, and I would assume this grant process, there's a lot of villages, it's like 25 grand is probably the average amount. So they probably got a system, all right, hey, we know the village is going to get this much money. We'll make the system work for what money they've got.
For those amounts that are listed, the 18.9 and 3.9.
530 a tree after 25,000. Goes up to 450 for the 25,000. So to not exceed or like you were saying, less.
Yeah, but if we can keep it under the 20, inside the 25 is even better.
Yeah.
Especially since you can kind of lean on them a little bit and say, hey, you know, we all get that same 25 grand check from them, and we're a small town, and we're not Naperville, so, you know.
I'm not shy and trying for government, and he got back to me and he's like, this is about as unless you take out meetings, he's like, that's all time.
But we think we have less than
I have
that number of trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
100,
lost over 500
hundreds,
trees
yeah.
just from.
Trees on my property alone.
The way I read this, it sounds like they charge for stumps.
Yeah, when we cut trees down, we grind them.
The way they worded it, I was just like,
Existing trees and stumps.
yeah, so are they gonna find 100 stumps? And
That could be something, that could be something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's a potential planting site.
you said you have a master list of removals to a degree.
Wheel does get the grease. You know, if the tree's that important to you, I will, you know, move that up on the list and make sure that.
No, my point is more the benefit of identifying stumps is that then it's telling potential tree planting sites.
Sure.
But you have a different means to have a good list of
Right.
potential tree planting sites, so that you don't have to pay.
Right.
the
To
tell you that.
identify.
Correct. And I drove through last year in the fall, or in late summer, I drove through and was just spotting stumps and writing them down in my notebook and sent the guys out there and did locates for them and all that. So I think we hit everything I saw in that round. So.
Any questions for Rob? We have a motion to approve proceeding with items 1 and 3 not to exceed 18,900 and 3,000.
Shannon should
Yeah.
stay.
Recuse yourselves?
Use yourselves.
Okay.
I don't think you need to recuse, but abstaining would probably be prudent.
Yeah, we'll abstain from
Okay.
motion.
Okay, I'll make it.
Thank you. Motion by Jay, second.
Second.
Janet, thank you. Okay. Any questions, comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Passed.
4-0
with two abstentions.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's kind of exciting. Get excited about weird things. Okay, so there have been a couple of grant opportunities that have come up recently that I thought we could just talk about a little bit. There's the ComEd Green Regions grant through that Open Lands administers, and they have. Trying to think. I think they have a focus on pollinators this year. Is their focus, but trees are pollinators too, right? So yeah, so there's that. That's 10,000, and that is a matching grant. So whatever amount we would get, we need to have an equal amount that we're putting into it, which can come in various forms, in kind, volunteers. The other one is, actually, there are two. When I was looking at their website, there are two different Trees Forever grants. There's one that is grants available from 3,000 to 15,000 for disadvantaged communities, which we do qualify for, which is to do planting projects. To do tree planting projects. And then the other one through Trees Forever is between $500 and $3,000, which is to do training on tree care, species selection, best practices, which could be combined with a tree planting event that they would send somebody out and do a program, is what I understand, from somebody from Trees Forever would be part of it. So, did folks have any thoughts on any of those as we're thinking about both October in the fall? I think that timing-wise, October would be the right time frame to shoot for.
I don't understand thoughts on either of those. Are you talking about these grant
The grants,
applications?
yeah,
It's for spring. Okay. And
Oh, it is a planting in,
is it true we
Spring.
already?
Okay. oh, okay.
Have we already received a Trees Forever grant?
Um,
I thought, because
well,
the.
but it's a different
Right,
grant.
okay,
Yeah.
I just want to, because I got, the copy of the memo that Lou wrote to the mayor, and it implied that there was a Trees Forever grant already received. I just want to, in my own mind, understand this is a new grant.
Yeah, this is different because the one we received was for the inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is different. This is for planting trees.
Similar vein, so is the ComEd. The city's received that ComEd grant in the past to do a bunch of pollinators over in Park Point Park. So this is just another round that we're, seeking to
Okay.
apply
Money
for.
we don't want to leave on the table if
Yeah,
we can get it.
Apply for it and see if we can.
And we got to
get it
plant in
working.
spring generally, get pollinators and Harvard nursery, in the ground they go.
You do want to jump on those ComEd ones because this region doesn't take advantage of a lot of their programs. Mostly Chicago gets it and Rockford. Yeah, the service area, like your external reps and everybody, they'll tell you,
They just leave
We
all,
don't-
they
we
leave
visit
that,
your
they leave
towns,
that
but-
money on the table.
They just don't apply.
yeah.
Must be nice.
So then they give it to other communities, and
But yeah.
so get it while you can.
You definitely don't get the money if you don't apply.
Yeah.
That's why I told my daughter for scholarships. Apply.
Yeah. $500 here and there adds up.
Sure does.
Yeah. So,
So the spring one maybe funds Arbor Day. type
yep.
thing. Something similar.
Yeah.
This can
And-
fund a smaller spring
Spring event. Yeah.
event without necessarily scrambling.
Right. And then the ComEd, maybe for you're thinking the ComEd for,
Sure.
Um,
Comment one that you
for
were talking about,
October.
Yeah,
Trying to get access to monies in the next.
yeah, you have to look, there's so many variables that, pick a couple and we can probably discuss those later too.
Okay.
But we could have a small little bouncing into spring planting event.
Right. 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 When will the path be in for us to do something in the fall? No? Okay. Okay. Okay, some more trees. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
That's a lot. That area there was already kind of, around the library, kind of sparse and flat. There wasn't much going
So this then ties in with item 10, the Arbor Day planting event. So I know there was a question about the fruit trees at Lions and adding to that. Do we want to just segue into that now? Or,
Sure, so the
yeah,
Lions Park fruit tree is gonna,
well, that was one suggestion that came up with
What's the
parks.
date on that? Arbor Day?
It's the last Friday,
Okay.
but you don't, I mean, you can do an Arbor Day planting and, maybe it's beginning of May. It doesn't have to be on Arbor Day. I mean, I've done those on Arbor Day when it's been sleeting.
Just wanted to get a sense of
You know,
what month that was in.
Yeah, end of April. Although I think, doesn't Florida have their Arbor Day in January?
Everybody's
they actually
are
already
Yeah.
started. Arbor Days have already started.
Yeah, so,
It's different every state.
yeah, we can just pick somebody else's Arbor Day.
Yeah. My comment was just gonna be that fruit trees are short-lived and problematic.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of species that thrive
Yeah,
without a lot of help, sprays and stuff.
yeah,
So that I think the food forest concept is better,
hmm
interesting alternative plants that have seeds
yeah,
versus conventional peach tree
right, right.
doesn't do good.
Don't,
Trees don't do good.
it don't do good,
on.
yeah.
Good luck with the Infinity 45. Peach. Yeah, the Infinity 45 peach. I got them from Dennis Norton, and I would get about 3 bushels of peaches from each tree. But the problem is that it was soft to the splice in these last couple of tornadoes. Each one, high winds came up my street, and there goes the peach tree. I'm like,
Yeah, there's just a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
A lot of sprays, something.
maybe copper sulfate in spring.
Well, and I think if you're gonna be donating food too, you gotta look at like treating and the
Right,
Yeah, you got these, like
liability
the
involved with all
Bonadine
of
stuff
that, yeah.
that's all natural and stuff.
It's a little tricky.
Pear tree pear tree is probably the easiest one.
hmm yeah,
I have clients that have beautiful peach trees, so I
These
don't
aren't
have
gonna
the
be
same
in the-
experience as you. So
they're going to be sort of on their own.
But how long do they live? It's still only a 12.
yeah, they're not they're good producers.
How old are the apples?
Oh, they're not that old. Oh, they're not that old. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, because they've been planted since I've lived here. Just since the community garden was put in, which I would say is in the last 15. Yeah. So,
How are those trees performing?
oh, man. Yeah. Oh, delicious apples. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're anything like one of the farms outside of town here where my boys work, they've got a apple tree that's been there since Terry Leonard was a kid at the farm, and it's gigantic, and they never spray it, but it has so many apples that it overwhelms the bugs.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'll
they
usually
can't get them
4 or
all.
5 bushels of apples
Yeah.
off the tree. bug-free because there's just, the bugs can't keep up if the tree's happy enough.
So maybe when we think about the spring planting, we don't, this year at least, worry about
I
the
think there's,
fruit.
I mean, I think that could be on there. I think
Yeah.
just think of other, you do filbert,
Right,
persimmon. There's other plants, trees
Right.
that have a fruit. That's
yeah.
some
Yeah,
mix it
more
up.
of, like you said, the food forest
A food
concept.
forest type
Yeah,
concept.
yeah,
Neglect this.
right.
You know, yes, there's those peach or plum or whatever that's doing anything great. That's not. It's,
Yeah.
it's a unique situation.
Yeah.
Not,
Do we want, right,
My sense was we were saying, no, it's not a good idea to plant fruit trees.
well, I think just not conventional
Okay,
yeah, food,
food trees.
like nut trees.
All right, because this is this is
well,
a
food
non-conventional
trees.
area where we're
I
doing
thought
the
you
planting.
said fruit trees again.
Food and fruit, yeah.
Yeah.
Eat, I mean, you'd eat it. You could eat it.
Yeah.
What would be a good nut tree then?
Well, the
Walnut?
you do a walnut. It's a butternut and walnut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're too cold for like pecans or things like
Not
that.
necessarily. They're actually Arbor Day Foundation is starting to give pecan trees away as
Oh.
their.
yeah, that's true.
I think they might be sort of adapting to climate change or something, and
Yeah.
they're testing species that maybe. Pecan is not too far. Central Illinois.
Central Illinois, yeah.
you can grow.
Yeah.
So that'd be an interesting.
That'd be interesting to try.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's the concept. Is not just do 5 peach trees.
Right,
and 5,
right.
Right.
And then it's a nice mix of things.
Do mix of things. Like maybe there is a peach or a plum or two. but
Yeah,
About the filbert.
Filbert.
yeah, exactly.
Filbert, pecan.
Aronia,
You could do chokeberry. You could do
chokeberry.
serviceberry.
yeah,
And I think we need to see what the budget is.
yeah,
We get have access to.
right,
Nice thing with the fruit tree things is that they usually sort of containerized tree. It's not like a
right,
big monster tree. It's kind of smaller, so easy to work with.
right.
There's 12 trees or something. But it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be that hard.
Right. Yeah, it's not these big.
See. Fox Lake.
Yeah. So they do, yeah, they do say that trees have to be under 1.5 inch depth. So that's good. Okay. Item number 8, update on signs for the October planting. Janet.
Well, last December, I got some things from, I got them from Tom at First Place Promotions. I did not make copies of everything because I already know that there's probably some corrections that need to be made.
Okay.
You can see these, and I'll pass these around. and
Okay.
See that little shadow of a tree
Yep.
that's back there? Okay. It doesn't show up real well, but the one that lists all of the trees, as I pass them around, there is a little ghosted image behind it
Yeah, like we talked about.
of a tree. It'll show up better on the photo plate signs. And then, Sean, maybe you can check. I gave him the exact printed list that you gave me of the trees that were planted and the number. And everybody check and see, I guess their name down at the bottom of the one is spelled right. I think they left out the N on Kingzette. But, or if you'd like to see it in a different format, he did it pretty simply. And it's going to be bigger. We decided it would be that, according to Rob, the standard size for signs that are used around the city. That was what, 17? 12 by 18. Okay. I think Gertie's trees, or Gertie's nursery needed to be on the donor side sign, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it should, they don't.
Yeah, and I don't know whether he missed it or somehow I did not have it on the information I gave him. I'm thinking that they are, based on what I spent, because he did not give me an actual quote on what it would cost. I'm thinking that each one will be probably at least 200.
Okay.
I
Well-
can get an actual quote. And
Yeah, we have 1,100 in the budget from, left over from the event.
I did a relatively
Yeah.
small photo plate at Christmas that I had
Yeah.
him make, and that was like 167, and it was only about this
Okay.
big.
I'd recommend you go ahead and get a quote.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
submit it
I
to the-
will.
to the
As soon as
board
we
to-
Yeah.
determine
approve
whether
it.
this was good enough. I didn't want to get a quote and then have to
Sure.
change it up and have him say, well, that's going to be more.
Okay.
You mean instead of having them? Okay. This is something that they actually job out. They send it out to this company that does this photo plate.
Okay.
Work.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And
They're
it's
nice.
very permanent. It's not like paint
Yeah.
or something that scratches off.
It's laser etching.
And, yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they got about 8 or 9 different companies they all partner with and all specialize in different stuff and they all work together.
Okay, so you'll
Smart.
get a quote
Mhm.
from, okay.
And I thought maybe it would be nice to have a little circle around each of those tree numbers or something. I just, the numbering
Just
on there.
to delineate that it's a
Yeah,
number, right?
that it's,
Yeah.
this is the number for the tree, not
Right,
just a numbered list.
Right.
So I wanted to see something like that.
It's a good idea.
Looks good.
Check where was listed. That.
Okay,
So I'll,
what,
we'll
what,
check.
okay. What does it say on there?
It says I am, I can.
Oh, okay. I
Because that's-
wondered what that was when
Yeah,
I
that's
saw.
Brown Bear Nursery, that they own other
Right.
childcare facilities.
Isn't
I
that-
think
yeah.
the check that they wrote came out
Okay,
of one of the other
Yeah,
nurseries that kind of take care of.
but they'd probably, want the
I
local.
think, yeah. I
Yeah.
think-
I would think so simply because it's, their name of the facility here in
Right.
Harvard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll
Yeah. Yeah. You got an in.
That's how-
Any other follow-up from October? I think this is our last piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Janet,
Oh, no
for
problem.
following up on that.
Like us to get to the point where we can put these
Yeah.
signs up, and
Yeah.
it was like, oh.
Well, they're probably not installing them in the winter,
No, that's what I
so-
figured. Spring is
Yeah.
a better time.
Yeah. Good, good. Okay, item number 9.
It's
Oh,
related
go
to
ahead.
that, though, like, so the signs might be ready. We don't know how the trees fare. How much did you say each sign?
I would venture at least 200 per sign. So should we wait until spring to have them? It's a pretty fast creation. I don't think it's like takes weeks to get them.
Of the budget, let's say 3
Oh.
trees don't make it,
Oh,
400 comes out.
yeah.
Well, we should plan regardless, if they don't make it, that we would replace those
With the
specific
same-
trees with
same
the same
one.
species, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that the sign, regardless when it gets put
Yeah.
up, will always be
Yeah,
correct.
that's true.
Yeah, we'll inspect the site. It's short.
Yeah.
Next,
Meeting.
get a sense of. These trees.
Withered sticks. Okay. So you guys will check. Sure. Okay, thank you.
Should it just say brown bear, or is there brown bear
Brown bear nursery.
nursery,
I think
or
it's the brown bear
well, that sounds
daycare.
like
Daycare.
a
It's a
place.
daycare.
Daycare.
Milling? I assume they're looking for PD. Oh, knitting class. I'm not sure, is that over in the, okay.
Okay. We ranked above the knitting class.
Who's gonna lock that up for them?
I'll lock all of our side.
Okay, well, she has a key then, does she? Okay. She must if she came in the front door there, so, okay. Yeah, I think we probably, I'll just mention to her when we have, programming over there to put a sign on the door so people know not to come around. So, sure. Okay. Fair enough, thanks.
Okay. Item number 10, discussion on October planting event at Lions Park. Rob had brought up planting by the library where the road was taken out and where you put a new, extended the path, right? Sort of at the end of the parking lot, right?
Seems like a good place to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any thoughts on how many trees we should plant? Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say at least a dozen, but yeah, let's
Yeah.
try for 16
Okay.
to 20.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thought.
Yeah, so the spring one could be,
And these would be park trees, not street trees, right?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Food. Yeah, food forest. Yeah. I'll check with them and see, they've got a list of recommended trees and I'll check with them and see what's on the list and talk with them. Yeah.
October event, are we gonna wait and see what?
Well, the ComEd grant, if I remember right, I think it's in June that you find out if you got.
So I'd recommend wait to see if you,
Yeah.
you get awarded
Yeah.
the grant. And
Yeah,
then you wouldn't need to seek as many sponsors if,
yeah,
not to say that you couldn't still get sponsors, but, in fact, they could help with the match
right,
of what we get.
That's right.
yeah.
So, or the match that's required. So, I'd recommend just wait until we determine if we are awarded.
Yeah.
Because that would still be plenty of time to make those arrangements for us.
And then in terms of, I mean, the city will need to submit this. So if I put the information together, would I get that to Lou? Or Rob?
Yeah, I'd say let's give it to Lou.
Okay,
What happens when you don't show up to
He,
the meeting?
well, he may delegate it to Rob, but let's give it to Lou.
and same with Trees Forever.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else on number 10, on Arbor Day? Any final thoughts?
What was the question again?
Any final thoughts on the Arbor Day planting item number 10? I know we jumped ahead in the
Yeah.
agenda. It came up again. So. Okay. Mayor's report?
I don't really have anything to report other than I'm very happy that we have a tree board that you all have come together and engaged in this. It is an area that, for much of my time as mayor, we didn't really have a focus from a group like this to concentrate on trees. We tried to accomplish that in-house through Public Works, but it was always, well, we try to dedicate 20 to 30K a year to trees, but we never really undertook what this board is doing and really looking at the species of trees and trying to get inventory and really help create a better tree canopy for the city. So thank you very much.
Any new business?
New business for me, I just have an update on the Tree City USA signs. I made my submittal to IDOT. They weren't sure how to handle this, even though I see Tree City signs everywhere. Maybe people are just putting them up and asking for forgiveness. So permission requested. They required images, locations, description, town name signs filled out in quadruplet. So once I hear back from that, we'll be able to put those up.
Okay.
I keep seeing them sitting, I think they're sitting in Lou's office.
Yes, they
like, when are we going to put these up? I mean,
Yes.
So, thank you.
Man.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Yeah, I mean, I see them, and I see them on 14,
They-
you know?
When I originally, I think I started this in August.
Yes.
I reached
Yeah.
out to IDOT and they're like,
So
What do
you're
you-
talking to idiot? I'm
"Wh-
sorry,
yeah,
IDOT.
what are you doing? And then it was, well, we haven't ran into this before. We don't know how to process this.
It's like,
So they gave me this 4 or 5 page sheet that you have to fill
Yeah.
in the route designation, the street name, how far is it from the paved surface, what's the nearest sign in location in response to that one. So
hilarious. Well, thank you for persevering.
it was
Illinois bureaucracy.
it was one of those things. It was every time I opened that document, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Any other new business? No? So, I have a conflict on our next meeting date, March 5th. I'm actually going to be out of town. How do folks feel about moving the meeting date?
What do you suggest?
could either move it to, well, no, we can't do it the night before because it's zoning board, right?
Yes.
We could move it, I think we could move it the next
Do it on the
week.
12th?
That infrastructure meeting, I can't remember which day.
No, I
month.
think infrastructure is, aren't they on Monday? I think infrastructure is on the 10th, Monday the 10th. And then community development is on Tuesday the 11th. So, does that work? Okay.
Wednesday the 12th.
Wednesday the 12th?
Okay, yeah,
12th?
that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Maybe.
6:30 here. Okay.
I'll be tentative on, from the 10th to the end of the month. All just based on the Quad Cities nuclear outage, so I'll get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Is it a planned outage?
yeah, every year.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Byron and Quad, so.
Oh, okay.
So there might be some
Yeah,
extra duties in, if they're draw too much load, right, without that
Little.
supply, right?
yeah, plus, all that new gift we got, gotta make good on it. It was, I think, 3.7 billion, 3.1, I forget which it is.
So any requests for agenda items in March? Arbor Day? Yep.
Submittal for the
Yeah, at the end of this month.
trees forever.
Yeah,
February 28th.
yep. And then open lands is the end of March.
Was there any training opportunities for this group or the public that could come up down the road?
Oh, that's a good question. I
How you
don't
want
know.
to offer it out, or do you start internal and then see if you can go external with it?
Good question.
What that might be.
Yeah.
Would be something like where they could hold it at the library, like library has different
Oh, yeah.
events for people and some
Yeah.
are kind of training or informational.
Well, they'll be with as part of the
with
inventory,
the
right?
inventory, with the inventory and plan grant from Trees Forever, there will be at least 2 informational meetings that have to that have to go out to the public. So
So we should
It'd be a
start
good time.
discussing
Yeah.
those.
Because planning season for the public too, right? So
Yeah.
maybe get that rolling up.
Yeah.
A little meet and greet.
For sure. Yeah. And, yeah, and maybe one of those, I don't know if there's an, for a tree planting, if we want to, if there would be a demonstration as part of that, as along with the Oaktober planting, potentially.
the way we did it last year with the October event, if we
Yeah.
do one of those, if we do Arbor Day in the spring, October in the fall, and use those as community outreach and engagement
Yeah.
sessions. I mean, we got a pretty good turnout to
We did.
Mary Air Park, so.
Yeah, we definitely did. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Janet. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Jay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.